Hey yo, what is up? Object 752. Today we are reviewing what is arguably the second best tank in the loot boxes. The reward tank, the gift tank if you buy loot boxes, and I feel quite good about it actually. If it is not a number one tank for people, this is probably a number two tank. Now I feel like the XM66F is the champion, but this comes to a close second, and that's because this tank is actually quite fun. It might not be the most competitive tank, but because it's an autoloader, everybody loves an autoloader just because you can clip someone out for 1,000 damage or whatever. So it's kind of fun that way. But little did you know that actually this tank was kind of nerfed before they released it into the public. In the test servers, of course, this had 635 horsepower. They reduced the horsepower down to 580, which is why it is kind of lacking in the mobility department, and you really need a turbo. Even with a turbo, it's still kind of slow, but without a turbo, it kind of makes it kind of bordering on unplayable, just because it's just, for the kind of tank that it is, a clip tank, you need a little bit of agility, a little bit of mobility. The power to weight ratio as well, from 13.99 because of that engine horsepower nerf, 13.99 down to 12.78. The speed, they capped it at 35 when it was supposed to be 40 kilometers an hour going forward. The hull armor as well, they did buff it a bit because of this mobility handicap. They gave it a 192 buffed up to a 195, just 3 millimeters, but it does help a little bit in the long run. The penetration as well, they want you to spend on that premium shells, so they nerfed the penetration of the standard penetration from 248 to 240, but looks like they nerfed the penetration of the premium shells as well from 318 to 310. So whether you're firing premium or standard shells, you prefer to fire premium shells all the time, because the standard shells are just so unreliable. Oh, but here I was trying to snipe the cupola of that E5, but somehow he managed to get my low plate, and then as I'm waiting for him, I'm getting reversed into by the Super Conqueror, and my bad here for blocking him. I tried to get out of the way, reverse here, trying to get out of the way, but he takes 2 for the team. Now this is, in hindsight, kind of bad, because I actually need him to survive towards the end of the game, and he took 2 hits there for no reason, and it was partially my fault for not paying attention to his movement. I take another hit there from the T110 E5, but bounce. I'm looking for shots on the FV215B. I managed to land 2 shots, and now I'm reloading. I need to reverse and try to get into safety. That 215B is going to shoot me. Yeah, he has to, because he has now killed off the other guy. I'm trying to angle here, try not to take any more hits, but right here I'm reversing up a slope, and it's not very good. As I get into the open field, I'm going to be getting into high ground, so I'm trying to get into hull down position, but instead I'm reversing to high ground, and I need to use these buildings for cover while that guy the 215B is ducked back to safety. I'm trying to look for shots on this guy, at least try to support my E100 and my E5 here. I get 1 shot out. I'm looking for someone flanking me. I got another shot on that E5. Maybe I'll have 1 more shot, but it looks like the 215B, the FV215B has peeked out again. I managed to turn just in time to avoid bounce, to avoid a direct penetration, and then I got a lucky bounce here on that second shot from that 215B. I tried to turn again, and I got another tracking shot. Very lucky to absorb it from the track. Like I said, this part of the reverse is actually higher ground. I'm actually going up ground, so I'm trying to get into safety, but I take a big hit from that Waffentrigger for 500 plus damage. That is huge. I only managed to do 2700 damage so far, and although this game looks close, we're actually down 4000 HP, and it didn't help that I blocked that Super Conqueror. Look at him, poor guy, he's just one shotter. I want him to be alive. I want to keep him, keep his gun in the game so that he can help out, because the Super Conqueror is a really good tank, especially in the tier 10 matchup. He can really bully those guys if they try to push into him. As long as we have some support from the back, the Griller, the Centurion perhaps, we could still have a chance. Now I'm trying to poke up here just to be able to spot anyone that's trying to creep up and close the distance between. Here you go, the Char Future is trying to close the distance. I was trying to spot him, but it looks like someone else spotted him. I managed to land one on him, and then I bounce him one time, shoot him twice again. He's probably going to get to shoot me again, I'm not sure. He didn't. I managed to get 3 shots on him while bouncing 1 shot off him. I still survive with 480 hit points. I'm up to 3600 damage. It looks that Udes wants to try his luck on me. I'm going to back off. RT is focusing down on me. RT misses, but I am tracked by the RT, and I am stunned as well. I'm waiting for my reload. I want to make sure that my gun is actually locked onto him before I pull the trigger. 1 shot. Thankfully, the intra clip is quite quick on this gun, so it gives me a 3.2 seconds intro clip, gives me a chance to fight back. And fortunately here, my team manages to take out those 2 guys that were closing down on me, and just like that, 4.3k damage. I do believe I'm gonna die here pretty soon. This game could have gone any 2 ways for any of our teams, but you will see from the result what a big game that FV4005 had, and they also had a couple of good luck hits. The FV one-shotted the first tank of the game. Our what tank was that called? Char Future 4 that was spotting. The FV4005 one-shotted the guy. He one-shotted a couple of guys, and he's going to do another one-shot here pretty soon. And it's just the way it is. Sometimes RNG is going to be on your side, sometimes it's not. The FV4005 manages to get a fantastic game. I think he gets an 11,000 game, so congratulations to him. It's kind of unfortunate that we couldn't win this game. I felt like we had a chance to win this game. Maybe if this Centurion had stayed at base and did the spotting instead of coming here to join me, maybe we would have a better chance. But who knows, maybe he's doing the right thing here, joining me, and 2 of us try to hunt down the enemy. But it looks like he's going to spot at the wrong place, where the enemy was spotted from their last known positions. It looked like a bad position for him to take, and right now he pays the price for it. He gets one-shotted by the FV4005. Now it is just me and the artillery. I try to get to the city, but I get spotted. This guy is full HP. I miss my first shot, and in my second shot I managed to land it, but now I need 32 seconds of reload. I try to run away, try to do the merry-go-round, but unfortunately my time is up again. The mobility nerf on the Object 752 evident here. If I had a little bit more mobility, it's possible I could have escaped, maybe landed 2 more shots on the Waffentrigger before I die, who knows. But even with the turbo, I feel like the mobility is not too good on this tank. But Nevertheless, I'm not going to complain. 5,000 damage on this tank in a tier 10 matchup. It's not too bad. Like I said, this is my second favorite tank in the loot box availability of all the tanks that are available. I think this is the second best tank behind the XM66F, and for good reason. It is a pretty good damage dealer. It's kind of fun because it's an auto loader. It has an auto loading mechanism. That's one of the redeeming qualities of the Object 752. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you picked up your loot boxes, hope you got this tank as well, and maybe you can have some fun with the auto mechanics, auto reloading mechanics. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.